Yo, 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 yo. Make sure y'all give it a thumbs up. Yo, yo, yo. Turn this shit down. It's a lot going on in the world today. Well, it's tonight, but a lot been going on today. Far as motherfucking Joe Biden talking about giving away free crack pipes. Like, bruh, you fucking 30 years too late, 40 years too late. If you wanted to give some crack pipes away, you should have been doing that shit in the 80s. Motherfuckers trying to get motherfuckers back hooked on crack. That shit is whack. I always grew up knowing crack was whack. Like, so that's some weird old shit. Whoever voted for Joe Biden, I know you probably hate yourself. You probably looking in the mirror like, damn, what the fuck I vote for this motherfucker for? I ain't vote for Biden or Trump. I don't even believe in politics. I don't believe in the government, none of that shit. That shit is all one big gang, gang of boots. What? I ain't here to talk about no politics shit. I just thought it was real weird that shit. They released that info today. Then a motherfucker gonna hop on my community post talking about you shouldn't be spreading lies and false information. Like motherfucker Fox News reported this shit. Like you acting like I just pulled this motherfucker article out my ass and posted it. Nah, I double checked and seen like if the shit was real. Like nah, that shit. I was really talking about that shit. So like I said, make sure y'all get a live a thumbs up, comment. If this your first time in the live, shit, let me know who this who in here for the first time. Do I need to start being like church? Any new visitors, please stand up. Let us know your name, where you're from. But Snoop owning Death Row, like that's huge. Like that's shout out to Snoop for getting that move, making that move happen. I know he wasn't the only one who bought Death Row. Like I'm pretty sure he got solid investors that help him get that back. Now he can finally start getting his royalties, whatever he truly deserved. Cause one of the videos I posted to Snoop a while ago, he was talking about like royalties, like publishing. I don't know nothing about like none of that. So as far as the work he put in with Death Row, so for Snoop to own Death Row, like that's a full circle moment for him. So shout out to that on a business move. Like so, shout out to Milwaukee. Shout like I used to live in Milwaukee. That's why crack, like what Joe Biden doing with the crack shit, giving crack pipes away. Like crack is really toward my family. Like I'm a '90s baby, but I'm like, shit. I was born in 1990, so my mom, dad, like they was going through that shit. It really affected them. So for Trump to be doing this shit, like back to Milwaukee, like I used to live there, shit. That's when we got SWAT raided our house, took us away, split up my family, me and my siblings. We all had to go to different fucking orphanages and fucking shit we should have been going through. Like, but Definitely, we moved up out of there. But I moved to Gary, Indiana, so it wasn't like that was a too much of a better place. But I did spend some time in Milwaukee. I got a lot of family out there, so shout out to Milwaukee. Yeah, one of my favorite Money Man songs is called Milwaukee. So if you ain't a fan of Money Man, shit, just check out the song Milwaukee. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Alright. But if you plan on moving out, like shit, shout out to you. Shit, I was gonna make a post today on my Facebook, but I ended up deleting it. And I was saying how like if anybody just trying to move out of their hometown, go. Like don't let nothing hold you back. Don't let nothing stop you, cause it'll be the best choice you ever made. Like me, I live in Las Vegas now. I've been in March. It'll be 4 years since I've been living in Vegas. So me and my wife took everything we had and just drove out here now a Nissan Altima. And life just began again. Yeah, Milwaukee and the G is connected. A lot of people like that's family. They all came from the south, moved to Gary, Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit. Like that whole area is motherfucking family. North, yeah, I'm all around that area. I ain't never said nothing, so how you know that shit? But North Vegas is that's where around the area I'm at. I ain't gonna just drop my location, but sure. If you were planning on moving out of your hometown, my thing is do that shit. Write your plan down, set the goal, and execute. Don't let nothing get in your way of stopping you from getting out of what you trying to accomplish. I was looking out there myself now, so Henderson. I lived in Henderson too, so hey, ain't no such thing as coincidence, my brother. Santa Cruz, what's up? The Hemp Hill Chats. Shout out to Santa Cruz. That's in Cali, right? I'm pretty sure, like, it's a Santa Cruz in Cali, but it could be one in Texas. But show is definitely a lot of. I see new people in the chat. With only two people commenting, is like new people. I'm pretty sure my wife is watching, so she just don't be commenting on shit. She just be one of them secret watchers and shit. My wife would be watching people subscribe, like people who on YouTube for years, and she'll never comment on that shit. Like, girl, what is you watching them for? Why is you a fan of these people? Coming to Vegas a couple months. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm actually going to Cali, not Santa Cruz, but I'm going to Cali probably next week. So we having business out there. Cali is love Cali. Wouldn't move there, but I love Cali. I was when I was in the Marines. I went to boot camp in San Diego, so I was there for like 4 months. Then I went to school. Uh, what is that? Ocean Drive? Nah, I don't think it's called Ocean Drive, but it's Camp Pendleton. But the city that surrounds that area, I forgot the name of it. It's Oceanside. So I was in Oceanside for a few months. Oh, you play poker? That's what's up. I always wanted to learn how to play poker. I don't know how to play. Like how some black people don't know how to play spades. I know how to play spades, but I don't know how to play poker. Yeah, it was Oceanside, so I was there in school for a few months. Then I was in 29 Palms, California. I don't know what area that's in, but I was there before I deployed to Afghanistan for like 30 days. So I spent a lot of time in Cali, a lot. Oceanside, man, you would get pulled over for jaywalking. Like literally, I ain't know. Like when I was 18, coming from Gary, Indiana, you don't get, police don't pull you over for jaywalking. So I didn't know what the fuck jaywalking was. So like get to Cali and I'm in the Marines and I'm seeing people cross the street, but they not like doing what you the right way. See police pull them over. I'm like, what the fuck did they get in trouble for? Like I'm confused as fuck. And it's because they was jaywalking in the ocean side. So I'm like, some places take that shit real serious. Is Vegas much more expensive than Milwaukee? Was it a big adjustment? Oh, see, when I lived in Milwaukee, I was only 1, 2 years old, so I don't even know what they was paying. Shit, I'm pretty sure it's Vegas is get. Let me just be clear. Vegas is getting a little bit pricey, but you get paid more in Vegas as well. So if you trying to find a job and you got you, I was a dealer when I moved to Vegas. So before I moved to Vegas, I was already a casino dealer. So that was my plan: move to Vegas, get a job in a casino, which I did, and then like find a place to live. I mean, but I had family out here, so like I had somebody I could live with. I lived with my brother for like 8 months when I first moved out here. Then I moved, got on my own, got my shit together. Like, but Vegas is getting a bit pricey, but it ain't that. Like for me, it's not expensive. But for somebody I don't know your finances, how much you make a year, what your mindset is like, I don't shit. It may be expensive. Vegas may be the move, may not be the move, but it all depends on your mindset, what you want. Like you shouldn't never let no motherfucker tell you, ah, nah, it's expensive. You shouldn't just step. You shouldn't do it. Like, cause I don't even believe in expensive. Like, every time my wife say, "Oh, that's pricey or that's expensive," I'm like, "For who?" Like, cause my mindset is like, I can afford it. I may not spend my money. I may not get it right now, or I may not like don't got the funds to like pay for something right now, but I know it. I can get that like to get that money. Hey, so you could move to Vegas and you could thrive. Shit, if you got a mindset like that, you can go anywhere. Make it. It don't even matter how much the cost of living is if you got one of those type of mindsets. So independent courier type shit. Mm. What you mean by that, Vito? Independent courier type shit. Oh, that's what you do in life and shit. Whatever you do, like shit, if you got some hustle, you got some grind, shit, you can make it in Vegas. Vegas is the place that's gonna enhance like whatever you got going on. Like so, if you ain't a shit and you move to Vegas, you gonna just be more of an ain't shit person. But if you a person that got some grind, like to you, that shit just gonna kick in, let it fold. Man, I have took many moves went ATL did Arkansas, Maryland. It's crazy. The places you're naming, ATL, Arkansas. I ain't never been to Maryland, but I was born in Atlanta, Georgia. My family is from Arkansas. Like so I will always go back and forth like just every year to Arkansas. Little Rock, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Like so that's what's up. I'm been a person that moved around a lot too. Like shit. I've been like I said, I was born in Atlanta, moved to Milwaukee, got took away from my parents, ended up moving into Gary, Indiana with my grandma and my great grandma. Lived there for like 18 years. Went to the military, moved to North Carolina, stayed there for another 7 years, came back to Gary for like 3 years. Then well, now I'm in Vegas. So I've been here going on 4 years. OKC recent. Oh yeah, I got some. I got well, my homeboy. He don't live in OKC. He probably live like an hour away. But I got family in Oklahoma too, like Tulsa, Oklahoma. Uh, shit. I'm a traveling person. I always travel, so like shit. I haven't been everywhere, but I've been a lot of places. Shit, no fear on this earth. Me either. Shit, it's not. I ain't got nothing. I don't even fear God. But like, not to be no cocky shit, but like, just how my mindset evolved. It's like shit. I've become a god myself, so shit. Ain't no point in me fearing God. Cause God, that's a vague term. People like, oh yeah, I believe in God. I pray to God. But which God is you talking about? Cause it ain't just one. Now back on home base for a little while longer. Problem with younger folks and or afraid of what. Exactly. That's a lot of why a lot of people get stuck. They get be afraid of what if I don't make it? What if I fail? Like what if things don't go my way? Shit ain't gonna always go your way. When I moved to Vegas, I had a plan and a goal, and I capitalized off the. I mean, I executed. Yes, it was times where I felt like going back home. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I didn't. Like I never turned back and like, nah, I'm gonna go back to Gary. I was having this conversation with my wife, like probably like a couple weeks ago, but I'm like, shit, if we was to move back home, do you know like how we could live? Like we could buy a big ass house, like we could live whatever the fuck we want, cause like with our like what I've built up out here. Like, but I'm like, why the fuck would I go back there? Like, I mean, Nipsey Hussle, like he stayed home, like, but you see how that turned out. Young Dolph, you see how it turned out. Like, shit, motherfuckers hate you when you doing well for yourself. But that's not to say I won't ever go back home and then buy a property, buy a land. Like, shit, I'm still gonna like invest in my community, but I'm gonna do it from afar. Like, shit, ain't no point in me staying in Gary. I don't like cold weather. I hate the snow. Like, so guess they just had what 10, 12 inches of snow like a couple days ago. Like, so in Vegas right now it was 70 something degrees to get today. Like, so I ain't going back nowhere cold, especially on nowhere on the East Coast. So thank you for sure, Vito. Hey, I gotta give you your flowers too, especially when you on your journey and you accomplishing something for yourself. Most people just stay scared, stay put. No, I'm gonna go back here. Exactly, but it was a point of time when I was in the military and I got out, and I was struggling for years. Like, I got out the military in 2012. Like, so from 2012 to 2015, all I was doing was struggling in North Carolina because I'm like, man, I don't want to go back home. But my Gigi ended up passing away. My great grandma who's raised me, she passed away in 2015. So I'm like, shit, I gotta go back home. Then that's when I had to do my reset. Like, so I stayed for 3 years. Then I had to go to move again. Like, so now it ain't no point in me going back. Period, because shit is going right. Like, it ain't all like I said. It wasn't always peaches and cream and good, but shit. Overall, when you on your journey and you know who you is, and you know what your purpose is, what your mission in life is, like shit, ain't nothing gonna stop you. Like no failures, no fears, none of that can stop me from where I'm trying to go in life, or was gonna stop me from accomplishing shit I want. So, man, I'm tired of this damn weather. I got tired of the weather, like for real. And plus, I was a person who had to work. I always was working night shifts, so working at the casino, it's a boat in Gary, like so it's on Lake Michigan. So when it would be cold, shit, that shit blowing. Like so, I hated that shit. Vegas, it get cold. The coldest it's been this winter was probably. I mean, it get cold at night, but I ain't outside. I don't even work no more. So, like, I ain't gotta worry about going outside at midnight and freezing my ass off. So, but as far as the daytime, like it'd be like 40 degrees, what I consider cold now. Shit, I'm restarting myself. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with restarting. Like I had to restart hella times, hella times. When I moved back to Gary, I had to restart. When I moved to Vegas, I had to restart because I didn't come here with like a bunch of shit. I came here with my clothes, shoes, and whatever I can fit in my car. Like so, I had to rebuild my shit back up over the years. Like so, restarting is always a good thing. Especially, it's not like you restarting from scratch. You ain't got nothing. If you've been through some shit in life and you gained experience and you learn your lessons, it's never a restart. Honestly, it's just you starting on the next level, and like you gotta build your shit back up from there. Like you gotta build something else back up. On me, fell on my way to success. Hey, honestly, Vito, you already successful. Literally, you already a success. But like on your journey, you gonna fail every day. Every day I fail at something, and I don't be mad. I don't give a fuck that I fail. I don't give a fuck if I post something and everybody don't agree with it. Like shit, like, what the fuck? I ain't trying to impress nobody at the end of the day, but myself. Like this shit is about me at the end of the day, but not this YouTube. This YouTube about this brand. That's the only reason I'm on fucking YouTube. I'd rather just be doing my podcast off the camera, just talking. But I understand the power of visualization, and then I understand like YouTube pays millions of dollars to anybody that's willing to get on this camera and post on this YouTube. So shit, it's working out for me so far. So, and like I said, it ain't to say shit ain't gonna go always go my way, because I know for a fact shit ain't gonna always go my way. But I, you gotta have on your journey, you gotta exaggerate. you gotta have a little bit of exaggeration about you. Like so me, even though I know I fail every day, I know like I'm going. There's nothing that's gonna stop me. Like there's nothing that can stop me from like getting to where I'm trying to go in life. Like not sickness, not even death, because like shit, that's just gonna kill the flesh. My soul ain't gonna die. My spirit ain't gonna die. Like so, shit. Like I fear nothing. I don't care about losing nobody. I don't care about friends. I have no friends. Like I don't care about none of that shit. I'm too focused on like just evolving and growing, like shit, and getting to the bag. Like that's all. Like that be my focus. Plus, I got 7 kids, so my time I can't too much be worried about what's going on the outside, but focusing on positive minds only. Like since this is a media company, I gotta focus on what's going on in hip hop, what's going on in the world, because shit, that's what's gonna build my brain up. So, but before I would never be talking about Snoop Dogg fucking purchasing Death Row, because I'm like, I don't give a fuck what that got to do with me. Like that don't put no money in my pockets, but is if I'm gonna do this media company, if I'm gonna build my shit up, my brand up, shit now I gotta pay attention. Like, cause it was always there. Like the shit is already there whether you want to pay attention to it or not. Negativity, bullshit, positivity, whatever, it's already there in front of you. Whatever you think on a daily, that's what's gonna show up on your social media. It's gonna show up in your life. Period. Like anything that you're always thinking about. So the shit that I think about is always positive. So that's what pops up on my timeline. That's why you see me like I ain't no negative person. I ain't no negative thinking person. So, but if I do post a video that don't seem so positive, it's because I understand like this is a fucked up world we living in. Like so, shit. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna crack jokes, like, but I'm not gonna do it with no evil or hidden agenda. I'm not gonna do nothing to try to tear nobody down. Like, shit, I post that shit is awful. Like, shits and giggles. Like that post in my community post I posted with Drake, Rihanna, and fucking ASAP Rocky. That shit was hilarious, but some people didn't find it funny. The shit I posted with Joe Biden trying to give away crack pipes. It was a nigga who ain't agree with what I had to say, talking about you're causing diversion, or not diversion, but he trying to say like I'm trying to cause parties to separate, not like each other. I'm like, what the fuck? This United States was built off that shit, like division. Like you was trying to say I was trying to cause division with people. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not even trying to be on your side. I'm not trying to be on nobody's side. Like the fuck, whatever I post, like it's because like it caught my eye. I thought it was interesting, and like shit, YouTube is paying people to repost. You don't have to post your own personal content to get paid. You could post what people are posting on Instagram. You could post what they posting on Facebook. You could post what they posting on Twitter. Whatever. Post, and YouTube will reward you. So I'm trying to find my niche. My what can I do that's gonna be the easiest for me, and it's been working out. Like that's how it be. Like the fuck that concerns me exactly. Like before, I'm like I wouldn't talk about no outside shit. I wouldn't talk about Joe Biden with crack pipes because I'm like this shit don't affect me. Like so why I'm gonna pay attention to it? That ain't positive. But it's about the brand, Positive Minds Only, the company, the meat, the media company. So I gotta talk about some of this shit. I gotta comment on every I haven't commented on every person who commented on my page, but I try to comment all day. I'll be focusing on like replying to comments because like I'm trying to bring more engagement. I'm really trying to build this up from scratch. In December of 2021, I only have 1,400 subscribers, 1,500 subscribers at the most. These past 2.5 months, 2022, I've posted shorts every single day. I've got on live almost every single day. In my channel, I'm now at like 8,000 plus subscribers and 2 million plus views. Before then, I only had, like I said, 1,400 some subscribers and a total of like 60,000 views. 2 months later, like me putting in like constant, consistent work and effort to like grow my channel, grow this brand. Like I see the work, like I see it working out. So like that's why I'm like, you gonna start seeing me every day. Like if this your first time hopping in your live, I'm pretty sure it won't be the last time you see me or like a live you come in. Like so, you might as well hit that subscribe button right now. Like cause I'm gonna keep popping up. I'm gonna keep posting every day. Like I'm not changing up what I got going on. Exactly. It's like my media company is basically the news. Like 24/7, you gonna see a positive mind only video. Because this shit is the news. Like and unfortunately for me right now, I'm the only person who work for my company. Yeah, I got my wife, but she be slacking. Need to fire her ass. Like, but I need to like start hiring more people. I'm very selfish when like I want to do everything on my own. So like even though I could afford to hire somebody, like I'm so like nitpicky. I gotta do everything myself. Them shorts go crazy, especially the nip. I swear to you, like shit. The one I got one video that did super crazy. Big Sean talking about Dave Chappelle knowing his dad. That shit got 1.3 million views. And I posted that in January. That's the first video that I have that I posted personally that got 1 million+ views. It's a short. Like so even though that like it don't if you trying to get monetized, shorts is not gonna monetize your channel. But it's still gonna bring engagement. It's still gonna bring traffic. It's still gonna bring subscribers. Man, Nip is I be thanking Nip every single day because soon that first Nip short I posted, it went crazy. Like it didn't get 1 million views, but like compared to the numbers I was already getting on my channel which was nothing. Like shit, I was like, oh shit, let me keep posting this then. Like so, in 2.5 months, I done posted over 400 shorts. Like no lie, and I done got on live over like damn near 30 times already. Probably not 30, but like, I done been on live. In the past 2.5 months, I've been on live like at least 25 times. Like so, that's a lot for me because not a nigga who like to get on live. I'm a person. I don't like to be seen. I just want to be heard. But like I said, I understand the power of visualization. Like people seeing you, like hearing you, and like I don't know. This shit is weird, but for the longest time, like I was like, fuck YouTube. But I'm like, why would I like cross that out? If I'm trying to be a billionaire one day, I need all the streams of income I can get. And since I'm on YouTube every day, I used to watch everybody else shit. So I'm like, man, I'm getting them paid. I might as well get myself paid. So yeah, yes, it's better by yourself, but you get more done with help. Learning myself how to ask and accept. That's what I'm working on right now. Like asking for help, learning how to like I know I need the help. I know I can use the help, but I'm so nitpicky. Like I'm so like I'm so personal. Like don't nobody know what's going on in my house. Like only time people get to know me is when I get on live and I tell you what's on my mind. Like, but other than that, don't nobody know what I got in my bank account. Don't nobody. You couldn't even guess my worth. Like how much I'm worth. Like, cause like I don't put that in. I don't want nobody to know. Whatever I got, I want to be able to live my life peacefully, comfortably, and do whatever the fuck I want. I don't want no type of fame, but I want the wealth. I want the riches. I want billions. I don't want to just 100,000 a year, bruh. When I first started learning, I learned about the law of attraction in 2017. Before 2017, I never made more than 20,000, 22,000 a year. Like, mind you, I didn't learn 2017, I'm 27 years old. So, even when I was in the military, I never made more than 20 some thousand. Learned the law of attraction. In the first year, I manifested $50,000. Like, so I'm like, oh shit, this shit work. So in 2019, I'm still like focusing like heavy on like law of attraction, reading, meditating. I'm doing that shit every day, but I end up making probably only like 15,000. But the mindset I had was no matter what, I'm gonna like stay focused on what I'm trying to get to, where I'm trying to go. Like, so listening to Nipsey Hussle in 2019 is what got me through that broke shit. Cause I'm like, he let me know through the interviews, hey, it was a point of time where I lost everything, or I didn't lose everything. I sold everything, and I just focused mainly on music. And he was like, it didn't pay off when I thought it was gonna pay off, and I went through all this bullshit in the process, but I end up getting repaid for the shit that I put in. So like me, like I understood that just in 2019, so I was able to not even care about like how much I made that year. I wasn't buying no clothes, no shoes. I wasn't eating out. I wasn't staying at no hotels. I wasn't taking no vacations. All I did was like work, get like read books, do my podcast, because that's what I was heavy on. Like Positive Minds only started with my podcast. So like 2019, I focused all my energy on myself, like just rebuilding myself. So 2020 came, then I probably made around like 60,000. Like still like that's another record for me. I never made more than 50,000 until like 2018. So now I'm here in 2021. I'm not telling people what I made. Like, just know it's continually to grow. It's continually to evolve. Like, and I don't have to worry about another 2019 year because I've learned the lessons that I needed to learn. I even though I wasn't getting blessed financially in 2019, I was getting blessed spiritually. Like, getting different, feeling like I was getting different gifts from the universe. Like, so, like I always had a positive mindset no matter what. So Positive Minds Only is my company. That's my brand. Like that's what I've been working on since 2018, and like now YouTube is finally like cracking for me. So, hey, read some of these comments. Hell yeah, it's better by yourself. Oh yeah, I read that one. It's damn near my first time ever watching live on any platform besides Soldier Boy shit. Oh shit, like that's crazy. Cause I don't really, I mean, I don't, if Money Man hop on live, I'll watch his live, but I don't really watch people live. Like so, like for you to just randomly click on my shit, like I salute to that. And everything happens for a reason. So I need to be more consistent with my vlogging, blessed no matter what. That's what I used to try to vlog, do challenges, all of that shit. But I wasn't consistent. Now I'm consistent. I said 2022 is the year I'm aligned. Like shit is like it's working. Like I know 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. That shit is gonna be on the way. Like so, I'm not switching up nothing. Like what I did in 2019, I'm still doing that in 2021, 2022. Like still putting that focus on myself, still going straight on my journey. Like so even though I had a couple detours, couple stops, like I'm back. Like I'm still on my journey. Like I may not have got to the end of it, but y'all seeing me. This is not the beginning. This is not the middle, and this definitely ain't the end. Like so, else? You said the law of attraction. Yeah, the law of attraction is if the best way I can explain the law of attraction is you see it. If you see it, you can see it in your mind's eye. If you want it, you believe it. Have faith that you can get it. Work towards it. It's gonna come. Like that's the basics of the law of attraction. So I read this book called The Secret, and it had a documentary, which had Oprah Winfrey, a few other authors, a few other rich, super rich people. Like and like that book made a lot of sense to me to where it made me want to pick up another book called Think and Grow Rich. In that book, like made me want to be a rich man instead of just live like normal, try to be a normal person, not really want none out of life. The law of attraction showed me like I can have anything that I want. Like there's nothing stopping me from getting that. So the basics of the laws of attraction is like if you can visualize something for yourself, you can really have it in this real world. And manifestation is like when you get something that you didn't have before, but you seen yourself having it in your mind's eye, and then you finally get it. That's called manifestation. I'm pretty sure you probably knew that though. So oh shit, oh nigga, hold on. when I started changing my mindset. Yeah, your shit finna blow. Shit, it's been blowing like it's been bubbling right now. Like I already know my shit been bubbling. Like, but when that shit blow, oh my, like, cause when I first started hopping on live, it was probably like 0 to 1 people. I was like consistently been 5, 6, 7 people. It been 10 today, and then YouTube truly don't show me like my true numbers, so I don't know how many people in my live. Like, but I know people been consistently commenting more lately, so like I know it's just is growing levels, and it ain't no overnight success. My shit is not overnight. Like I said, I've been working on my brand since 2018. And the proof is in the pudding because if you go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, if you just type in Positive Minds Only, like it's there. Like my work is put in. Like I really put this work into like not to get a million views. Like that shit didn't happen overnight. Even though it felt like it happened quicker when I started posting shorts, like that shit still took years because I was on in 2017. I was trying to make videos and like get paid off YouTube. But like I said, I didn't have that consistent factor. Right? To receive it is to believe it. Exactly. Well, man, I just read all those books over the past year. The universe speaks. Hey, see, somebody who was in my live yesterday, like I was talking about the same books, and they was like, "Yeah, I know those books. I read those books." So it's more people who's like-minded individuals that's being in my live. I don't have to worry about a live full of trolls or full of goofy ass motherfuckers who I'm trying gotta teach something. Like I can tell you are. I don't need to teach y'all nothing. Like, this is just an area or a place you can vibe. But I am a teacher, but I ain't go to school for that shit. I just got a lot of information. Like, I study a lot. I'm basically a historian. I'm a philosopher. like, like, but I'm not no religious person. Like I am. I'm spiritual, super spiritual, but I'm not in no conscious community. Like I ain't. It ain't no group of us. I ain't got no. It ain't no gang of me. It's just me. Like so. I got a gang in my house with my kids, like shit, because I raise all my children except for my oldest who live with his mom. But I still take care. I still talk to my son every single day. But I got 6 kids that I raise, so I busy motherfucker. There's something to say about that today, P.O. That's a bold claim. You know what I mean? Bruh, when I came up with the term, I mean the name Positive Minds Only, 2018, I was cheating. I was me and my wife now we married, but when we first got together, I was a dog ass nigga. I ain't gonna even lie. Like I was always cheating. I was always DMing other bitches. But when I created the term Positive Minds Only, I had got it in my head. I'm like, Kenneth, if you gonna really go with this Positive Minds Only, then you can't have no motherfucking negativity attached to you. So you can't have no side bitches, no side chicks, none of that no more. Like, so I really got it in my head. Okay, if I'm going, it's really gonna be Positive Minds Only. So I went heavy on fixing my mindset. I swear, 30 days straight, I listened to this video, watched this video called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And I did what he said do in the 30 days. It's a 32-minute video. I watched that every single day, and my mindset changed. And I never looked back. So it's a it's a bold claim to say positive minds only because I'm really a positive person. Like, I'm really on that. There go my wife. Have I read Meditations? Hey, if I told you who I was in my past life, you'd be like, "What?" I was that guy. I read Meditations, but I was that guy. In one of my past lives, I was that guy. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you know who wrote the book Meditations, you gonna be like, "Wait, what?" But yeah, it's no coincidence that the book you mentioned, like I read, and like I kind of wrote that shit. Well, in it, but it that book is not even wrote. It's a bunch of notes that I have today. Like I got over 1,000 notes on my phone. Like sometimes in the past of my lives when I had nothing to talk about, I just talk about the notes that's in my phone. So I got advice, I got spiritual shit, random thoughts, like all of that wrote down. So that would carry the conversation. But now I don't need my notes. Like I'm able to like I meditate before I get on live. So I'm able to carry a conversation. And like I said, lately it's been people commenting consistently. So like it ain't even no issue. I don't need my notes to like just talk about something. But yeah, meditations. That's my book. You're not just saying it. You're walking the path. That's interesting, man. Kind of making it come to fruition. But on that, no, man. I like the brand. Keep it going. For sure, George Basket. Thank you, yeah, because I'm really walking that lifestyle. Like I'm really that positive thinking person. Like if you was to ever come across a positive thing, like I'm that guy. Like even though negative shit happens, this is Earth, this is hell. So of course there's gonna be negativity. Like and of course there's gonna be negative thoughts that try to creep in your mind, doubt, fear. All that shit is negativity. All that shit is the devil. If anything motherfuckers scared of, it's their own negative mind. Like so like me, I had to fix that. So and once I fixed it, I'm like, I'm not ever going back that way. Like if now that I got it, like it ain't no, I'm I don't go through life like wondering like shit, am I gonna make it to heaven or am I gonna go to hell? I know that's all a mindset, all of that shit. So like I live life with no regrets. I say what's on my mind. I walk like positive, like literally. There's no skeletons in my closet. Anything that I've went through that traumatized me, anything that I went through that wasn't so positive in my past, like if you listen to my podcast, Positive Minds Only, you will hear me tell those stories. Like, cause I was like freeing myself, like that was my therapy, talking. But before I wasn't a nigga who ever talked. I always kept things to myself. Like so, I'm just doing my job. At this point, this is truly my job. Talk to y'all, cause if I don't, then I'm holding information. I could be helping somebody, but I'm not if I'm not getting on this live. So I'll be yo that nigga if you did that 30-day challenge, girl, now and get see if you that was my first time mentioning the Stranger Secret to, tonight, but somebody already been tapped into it. So if you like he said, if I did that 30-day challenge, which I did that 30-day challenge, and not just 30 days, but the first initial 30 days, I did that challenge. I didn't listen to no negative rap music. I ain't listen to no gospel music. I ain't listen to no R&B. I ain't watch no TV. I ain't watch no movies. For 30 days, I did like a brainwash detox, and like my shit was right. It was positive thinking. Like so you start like my mind started working instead of like backwards, it started going forward. Like cause at first I was like I said, I was a dog ass nigga. Like so I was focused on pussy, girls. Like not even when I had something at home, like something that I always wanted. Like I had got what I always wanted in the woman, my wife today, but I was still traumatized from my past. Not having a mom, not having a dad, like that really affects a person. Like even though I didn't think I was affected, I was truly affected. So like I've been through some shit that built me up to the person who I was when I first met my wife. So in 2017, 2018, learning about the law of attraction, reading those books, applying that information, it made me become this person. And I never like before then nobody introduced those books to me. Like the only reason I learned about the law of attraction in the movie The Secret was because my brother, who's a famous YouTuber, like he mentioned it in his live. He was on Facebook Live and he was telling people the reason I got where I'm at now, which he was in a mansion, he had all the cars he wanted, and like he was living his best life. He was like because of the law of attraction, and I'm not going to too much say anything after that. So when he said the law of attraction, he got everything he wanted. I'm like, oh, okay, like shit. I felt like he was talking to me because he knew, he seen me in his live, so he knows I'm a person. Like if you say anything knowledge wise, wisdom wise, I'm hopping on it. I'm the one who was the smart kid growing up. Like, but he learned about the law of attraction. My older brother learned about the law of attraction. He gave me that information, and I just dive head first in it because I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be in life. I knew my life was fucked up, even though I was painting a perfect picture to other people because we had social media. Like that shit saved the nigga as far as looks, and like, but I wasn't a positive thinking person. Like I was a mischievous person. I'm a Pisces, so I was sneaky. Like, and I did my dirt. But once I woke up and like had that mindset shift, I'm like, oh yeah, I hold myself accountable for everything. Any negative thought that come, like any bullshit in my head, like or anything, like I'll be checking myself first, and I'm like, you was not about to manifest no type of negativity in your life. Like anything that comes on the outside, like some shit you can't even handle, like some shit is gonna come. Negative bullshit is gonna come, like peaks and valleys. You can be up one day and you can be down one day, even if you so positive. Like shit ain't gonna always go my way, but I understand. Like even when the shit don't go my way, it really do go my way. Like it, everything always work out in my favor. Like my life is really like magical on low key. I'm a lucky ass person. Shit just work out because I got the faith. Like and I not just only preach with it, but I really walk this shit. Like anybody who don't know me now, like if you could just ask one random person on my Facebook, one random person on my Instagram, anybody, they'll let you know like, yeah, he really that way. I speak my mind. Like I don't hold shit back from nobody. Nobody, like, and I'm not like I said, I'm not scared of like nothing. Nobody. My main focus is my goals, becoming a better person, of like being successful, like getting to some millions and some billions. Like that's my goal. There's nothing in my way. There's no physical person stopping me from trying to get to where I'm going. So the fuck I'm gonna be scared for? Why would I let something hold me back? Like I know who I am. Like the fuck. But I didn't always know. Like I said, I didn't always know that. That wasn't always the case. And when it wasn't the case, I was going backwards. I thought I was going forward. Like I used to have waves. Like I used to focus on my looks, clothing, like and doing dirt. But that shit put me backwards. Put me backwards. Well, shit, follow suit and make it a book. Man, I supposed to been wrote a book. I finally wrote a book about like meditation, but it took me years to do that, and that was like a 7 page book, bro. Like, like so I be procrastinating. I've been procrastinating on that, been complacent on that, like not consistent on like writing my book when I know I got it in me. But me getting on this camera, like I'm like shit. Y'all better be thankful I'm even doing this, cause I'm like y'all. At first, y'all people had to go strictly to podcasts and to hear me, and nobody was on podcasting when I first started doing it. So, and it was luckily for me because of, like the stories I was telling, like my family, they were like, "Why are you telling those type of stories?" Like shit, cause I've been through some traumatizing shit, and I felt like I was freeing myself from any baggage, like any bullshit by doing that. So like I kept it 100. I ain't lie about nothing. I ain't ever since I've been recording myself. Like I've not lied about anything. Even in 2017 when I first started my channel, I I wasn't lying about shit, but I was a dog ass nigga. I was lying to my wife in the background. Nobody knew that, but like I made the shit look good. We'd look happy if you watch our old videos, but like for real, like I wasn't that nigga. For now, I'm him. I'm who I wanted to be now. Like so, my younger self looks at me today. My younger self is very proud of me. Like just for like getting out of what I dug in myself, because that's what it was. Anything that I went through, experience, it was really on me. And even the shit that happened to me as a kid, like that was just some karma from some past life shit. Like, but I know if I start telling my past life, niggas will be like, "Oh, my time to exit. This motherfucker going left." But like, yeah, I'm that type of person. Was wifey on the same page, or did you have to put the PMO mentally on her type shit? She was on the same page, especially like in the beginning when I started learning about the law of attraction. but she's not the reader. Like she ain't the type of person that's gonna buy the book. She definitely wasn't watching the video. I mean, she had no kind of she had no choice because I kind of forced it on her because whatever I'm the driver. Like the thing, I would have to put the meditation videos on the TV on YouTube. Like I was, well, I mean, when I would go out, she'll probably go back to watching her videos. But like overall, like when I was at home, like we was listening to positive thinking shit like all day, 24/7. And like, and she probably didn't want to do that shit because we both from Gary, Indiana. Like that ain't that what I did in 2018. That's some weird shit. You could ask my mom because I tried to brainwash her to think positive, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Like she was too deep in the trenches. So I'm like, that's when I realized you can't save everybody. But now my mom is like, she ain't like how she used to be. Like she's got growth. You could tell she's grown. She's not the same person she was. But in the beginning, I forced that shit on anybody who was around me. Like shit, if you was gonna sit down and have a conversation with me, it was gonna be on some positive shit. Like, hey, you should read this book. Hey, you should watch these videos. Like I was trying to put everybody on because I'm like, shit. I felt like I was asleep, and it was like I woke up. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm the only one woke. I need to wake everybody up. But I had to think, if a motherfucker's alarm ain't set for 6:30 in the morning, you try to wake them up at 6:30, they shit don't go off till 8. They gonna be mad. They don't want to wake up. They gonna try to stay asleep for as long as they can. So having that epiphany, I'm like, it's not about me saving nobody. It's just about me just walking my path, walking my journey, and that's what I literally been on for like since 2017. Like, so made y'all just stop listening to rap now. All I get is cooking, exercising videos like yours and my suggestions. I fuck with you though. Hey, for sure, I did that. Like I had to stop. Now I listen to rap. Nipsey Hussle is my favorite rapper. Like so, but it was a point in time I couldn't listen to Nipsey, like because I was too much focused on like shit, positive thinking shit. So like, and I listen to rap now. Like I post the videos now. Like you would think I'm the biggest hip hop fan because of the videos I be posting, but like it was, I had to go on that detox, that minds, because people don't know music could fucking hypnotize you to do what the fuck they want you to do. And like people don't understand how powerful music is. That shit is magic. So like the shit you listen to, if it ain't motivation music, Nipsey Hussle music is motivation. Like Young Dolph music, that's motivation. Like that's the Money Man, that's motivation. Like I only listen to some music that's gonna help me manifest some more money. Like so, most people they listen to. I'm not even gonna call out no type of rapper. 'Cause I don't know what they talk about because I don't listen to them. Like, but most people listen to bullshit rap, and you could tell because what they manifest in their reality. Like we all manifest our life. Everything you got in your life is because of the law of attraction, whether you believe it or not. Like every single thing you got in your life is because you manifested it. You wanted it before you got it. That's why you have it. Like shit. And you may not be in the best position you want to be in, but it was a point in time where you was trying to get there. Like thing is, we're not supposed to stay stuck. Like you're always supposed to grow. And some people they stop growing, they get comfortable. Like they don't even get comfortable, they just get stuck. They into it, walk into it. As long as you get on your path, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, it ain't about church shit. It ain't about no religion. It ain't about, I mean, of course, it's about spirituality. But it's about having control over your mind, control over your brain. Because your whole life, you're being programmed from the before you were born. When your mom, dad find out you a boy, girl, whatever the fuck you are, like they got, hey, he's gonna be this, she gonna be that. Then when you born, hey, this is your beliefs. You're a Christian, you're a Catholic. This like this is what you're supposed to believe in. Hell is real. Heaven is real. Don't make mistakes because you'll burn for eternity. Then you go to school and the teachers is teaching you whatever the fuck they believe. And then friends and government, TV, music, that shit is all programming you. That's why it's called TV programming. That's why it's called radio programming because it's programming us. And I didn't realize that until I woke the fuck up. And I'm like, oh shit, I've been being programmed. So I can't go back to that way. Like, I'm not going back that way. So I know a lot of y'all who watching this live, y'all got control over your mind. You probably not thinking like I'm thinking or like doing what I'm doing, but I can tell like a couple years, like I'm 31 years old. I don't know how many people, what age y'all at, but like I got a lot of experiences under my belt too. So you'll get there in due time. She said she'll still have it planned. She did, like, I ain't gonna lie. But it was certain thing like as I went in my journey, my law of attraction journey, in the videos I was watching, they became more darker. It wasn't just hold on. It wasn't just Earl Nightingale and Napoleon Hill I was listening to. I started listening to Bobby Hemmett. Started listening to this dude named Daylight. He a battle rapper, but I was watching his YouTube lives from years ago where he just spitting game. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was shit I never heard of, but I connected to. So started listening to this dude named Brother Panic. Like, and it started opening my mind like to different things. I'm like, oh shit, like it's some shit like that I know if I said that shit, everybody leave this bitch. Like my wife know, like I know some about some shit that don't nobody want to believe is true. Like so, but I'm not here to expose shit. I'm not here to like judge nobody. None of that shit. I understand how this life is, how Earth is. So, like I just play the game. Like this all that's all this is a game. So shit, play that shit how it go. If you know the rules, do what it takes to win. I believe you can make them change, but only by an example is what I'm learning. Exactly. My friends started to change on YouTube. They started to be more spiritual. They started to talk about ancestors. They started to talk about altars. They started to talk about past lives. Like, but it wasn't because I forced it on them. Like it was just like when I would post, I wouldn't post funny shit. I wouldn't post shit that like I knew girls were like, oh, he's funny. Like so, I started to post different content, more positive, like more spiritual shit, and eventually more the females start waking up first. I don't know what it is, but females are way more spiritual than dudes. But dudes need to be on with like just as spiritual. Like me, more I'm more balanced when it comes to masculine energy and feminine energy. Most dudes they're too masculine and don't have enough feminine energy. Most females they're too feminine and don't have enough masculine. It's all about balance. So, like me before I was more feminine. I had more feminine energy growing up as a kid. Like I was the middle child. My Gigi, like it was five of us in one house. No, it was seven of us in one house. Five kids. We shared one room, but we all had different chores. And my Gigi would always like make me not like do the hard shit because my hands was like she was like his hands is super soft. Like he don't supposed like my hands don't look like I worked a day in my life. Like, don't got no type of callus. I'm 31. I'll be 32 next month, and my hands look like baby. They feel so soft. Like, so I will always get talked about. Like he'll touch me. Like I ain't like touching shit, dirty shit. Like I was like, ugh, I don't want to touch that. Like so, like they treated me in a way like you know how kings is. Like if you watch a movie about like how kings are, like just how they picky and like that was me. Like I'm that still kind of like that person today. Like, but I got treated way better than my siblings. Like to say, like even like they'd tell you, like even though my older brother he's doing super well for himself, my little brother he doing super well for himself. Like one got a million subscribers, the other got 8 million plus. So I'm just building my shit up, and y'all's watching it from YouTube from the beginning. Like this is the beginning of my journey as far as being a YouTuber. At first, I was trying to do YouTube, but now I'm actually like calling myself a YouTuber now. Like so, all my extra time is spent on here, whether it's commenting on videos or whether it's posting shorts. like, or just looking for content to repost, like, because like I said, Positive Minds Only is a media company. It's your next news station. You're gonna see more of my videos every day. Like, it's gonna be another Positive Minds Only video. Like, so, and the things that I post most of the time is something that I would have said. Like, most people don't want to hear me say the things that I say. They'd rather hear their favorite celebrity. So me and Nipsey Hussle, we kind of think alike, but he was way ahead of me in his time as well. Like, so, like, it's a lot of things that I said, but he said it way better, or he said it like way cooler, like, or gets more views, like shit. But hey, I understand. Like, I ain't mad about that shit. Like, what? Like, it gets me views, and like, I'm not my videos is not copyrighted. Like, if it got some music in it, then that shit get copyrighted. But overall, like, my shit don't. My shit is safe to post. Like, it's safe for me to post everything that I post. So the issue is the watch time hours, getting people to watch the videos that's not shorts, getting people to come to the live. That's why I get on live every night. Hopefully, I can get at least one person to subscribe. Like, and then eventually, if I do that 30 days in a row where I got at least one person, by next month I have at least 30 people who comes to my live every day. Like, so I understand that. So what do I have to do? Post, get on live every day, tell my truth, tell my story, like, and shit, talk about what's going on in the world. Like I said, shout out to Snoop Dogg for buying Death Row. He finally get paid off the work he put in. So facts, we're all exactly where we want to be, whether we agree or not. Show Earl Dang let me know that. Well, he let me know, like, shit. And when my life wasn't going the way I wanted, that's exactly where I wanted to be. Like, when I was working at Taco Bell, like after I got out of the military, I was working at Taco Bell, making $7.50 an hour, going in at like 5 a.m., clocking out like at 5 p.m., 2 p.m., like every single day, and like my checks was never more than $500. Then I had to wait 2 weeks for a check. Like, but I wanted to be there because I hated being in the house I was in. I hated the relationship I was in. So I went to a job that I knew that I was worth way more. Like, I settled for that. Like, I chose to sign that application to even. I chose to go to that interview. Like, so, like, the place where you at in life is because that's exactly where you want to be. That ain't where I'm at now. Like, but in 2012, like, I ain't saved no type of money when I was in the military. So 4 years in a row, all I did was splurge. Like, what? Nah, for the first 2 years, all I did was splurge. Then I got married to my first wife, and then like all I did was like waste money, like lose money, and build my debt sky high. Like, that's all I did while I was in the military. Like, was build some debt and lose money and focus on some shit that I didn't need to focus on. So once I got out, like, my life went straight to hell. I couldn't afford the car note I had. I couldn't afford to live where I used to live. Like, had to move in with church people that I went to church with. Like, man, shit got bad. But I always I always in my head was like, man, like, I know I deserve more than this. Like, and definitely around 2014 when I started seeing my brothers blow up on YouTube, I'm like, what the fuck? What am I doing wrong? Because like I said, I was a smart kid growing up. I was the privileged child. So I'm like, why is this going, like, why is this happening for me? Like, I felt like I was kind of cursed. But then I realized, Kenneth, you was the smart kid because what you focused on was your grades. Like, that's the only reason you was making straight A's. It wasn't like because you was special. Like, it was nothing I did was special. I just thought I knew I was smarter than everybody. I knew I was slick. So if most kids in class being clowns, acting goofy, being loud, I'm gonna be quiet. The teacher's gonna like me more. So, like, everything always worked out in my favor until I became an adult and realized none of that shit works. Like, school, none of that shit matter what you did when you was in school. None of it. When do you stop blaming external forces and take ownership? Exactly. I had to stop doing that. Like, it is not no devil that's making me do wrong, and it's not no God in the sky that's making me do right. Like, it's on me. Everything is on me. Good, bad, it's on me. Like, so I understand that. So I'm not like, now it's like, fuck, if I know that, I'm not gonna add no like extra bullshit to my life. Like, the notification squad, oh, you the first person who said that. Like, hey, finally got somebody that's part of it. I'm pretty sure my mom and my wife was part of my notification because I turned that shit on it. Like, I told them to do that. Like, that's because I'm kind of selfish. I like, I know what I want, and you can't tell me no to like me getting what I want. Like, I'm into polygamy. When I first told my wife, like, man, she always knew. Even when cause like I said, I always was cheating. I always was doing shit out behind her back. I wasn't honest, but now like I'm super honest. So I don't talk to other females. My focus is not. I don't chase that no more. But I'm still into polygamy. Like, that's still in me. So for me to have those conversations with her, like, I have to be strictly honest. Is nothing I hold back from my wife. Nothing. She knows everything. And it's not because I'm no simp or nothing, but like, I'm married. Like, for one, like, shit, if this is my the person I choose to spend the rest of my life with, I can't hide no secrets from her. Like, what the fuck? I ain't got nobody else to talk to. I love to talk. So she gotta hear everything that's on my mind. Like, and most of the time it's some shit she don't wanna hear. Like, if she do wanna hear like that, like, I mean, it's half the time I'm talking to her, like, it's some she probably rather be watching. She'd rather watch some on body on YouTube. Like, but she is in the live now. So this, when she's on my, I mean, she always listen. My wife is truly like, mom. You gotta find your partner, like, in life. Like me, thank God I found mine. I almost lost her a couple years ago, but like, that's was one of the reasons why I got my shit together. Positive minds only, and knowing like, shit, I could have lost my true divine partner by fucking up. So I'm like, I had to fix myself. Cause when I was going through my lusting stage and my temptation, I'm like, I know this is a test because I keep going through the same shit. Like, so I'm like, I'm not about to keep failing this test because that's all it is. And once I stop failing the test of like DMing a bitch who followed me because only reason she thought I was famous is because my brother was YouTube famous. So I had a bunch of followers on Instagram. Like, so, like, I was using that to get girls. Like, my focus was, at first when I moved to Vegas, I was trying to get famous. I was trying to get rich too, but fame was is way more easier to get famous than it is to get rich. Especially nowadays because you have YouTube. You don't have to rely on being a rapper, basketball player, actor, like anybody you can get popping on YouTube. Like I said, my big brother got 8 million plus, and my little brother got 1 million plus. Me, I'm sitting at around 8,800, and I'm cool. I'm thankful for that because every day is growing. So I seen them put the work in. It wasn't like they shit just appeared overnight. Like, I seen my little brother start when YouTube, before people knew you could get paid on YouTube. My little brother was doing videos, so I didn't even know what he was doing. I didn't even know he could get paid for it either. Like, but once he blew up, and then my older brother, they was both in Vegas already when I was in North Carolina. So he blew up off my little brother's success. Like, so that route didn't happen for me. At first, it was happening. Like I said, I got up to like 34,000 followers on Instagram, like when I moved to Vegas off of being in his videos. So, but once I stopped being in his videos, once I went my own direction, my own path, where I realized, oh, Kenneth, you can't leech off him. Like, he created his shit, so you gotta put that work in too. So, once I figured that out and like didn't look back, like, I haven't talked to my brother in years. I talk to my little brother all the time. I see him all the time, but my older brother, like, I haven't talked to him in years. But it's been designed that way so I don't get no type of codependency ways and like just getting being entitled. I used to be entitled. I thought everything should come to me easily, especially when I learned the law of attraction. I'm like, oh, I ain't gotta work for nothing, but you do. Like, you do gotta put work in if you really want that lifestyle or that bag. That, I ain't talking about thousands of dollars. I'm talking about millions. If you build, if you really want that, you gotta put some type of work in. Like, so, understanding that YouTube is a way to get millions. Podcasting is the way to get millions. I'm a life coach. Like I'm a spiritual coach. Like I do a lot of stuff. Like so, like just trying to maximize that. Everything I do, I'm just trying to do it times 10. Like so, YouTube. Like I spent a lot of energy on that first. Like off the back, just watching other people's videos. So I'm like, now I'm gonna be the person that other people watch. Like the people I see, certain people, individuals every day posting videos, getting more subscribers, getting paid. So I'm like, okay, I'm not about to let not nan other person outwork me, on YouTube. Like so, sometimes I done posted 2 videos, 3 videos. Sometimes the most I posted was 16 videos in one day. Like that's in it. My shit started popping. So like I got a lot of time. To post a short, it only take probably 2 minutes tops. That's watching the video, screen recording it, editing it up on your phone, like posting it on YouTube, giving it a title, and boom, that's it. 2, 3 minutes tops. I got that in my day. You got that in your day. You can easily post 5 shorts and not spend 30 minutes on it. Like, I don't work for nobody. I spend my time in this office, in my room with my wife, and with my kids. Other than that, like, I got all the time in the world to post. I got all the time in the world to sit and comment with somebody back and forth. Like, some people don't got the time. I got it. So, like, I'm putting that shit to use. Like, so and when I put some focus and some energy into something, it always worked. It always popped. So at first, I didn't have that consistency factors. I was a super procrastinator. I thought I needed Adderall. I used to take Adderall like to help me just be motivated to do something. Now I don't need Adderall. It's all mental. It's all a mind thing. Like shit. That Adderall started coming with fentanyl with it. And I'm like, I ain't about to overdose on that shit. And somebody like, oh, this nigga was a drug addict. Like, well, I don't want nothing to be negative attached to my name at all. Like, so now I don't need no Adderall. I got my weed. That's it. That's all I need is my weed. Like shit. Oh, dedication is your favorite? Do you already, Irie? You should. If you, I already been in my lives every time damn near every time I posted. So shout out to Irie. Once I like get monetized and shit, now I mean I could. I don't need moderators because at the simple like fact like don't nobody be like on no bullshit like so. But I know as I grow, I will need moderators and like I already definitely gonna be like one of the first people that like I put as a moderator. That's if you want that position. Like, but my favorite uh, track on Victory Lap is Young Nigga. Like, all time favorite song at that, not just on that album. Thank you, Lord, for the weed. Exactly, like, and if you, we all got time, shit. Even if you got a job, you got time. Even if you go to school, you got time. Like, even if you got your own business, you got time to post on YouTube. You got time to post a short. Cause if you on social media, hours out your day, like you can use that energy on YouTube and get paid for it. Like that's all I see. Most people don't want to get on camera because of how they look, but I done seen like some ugly people like get famous. I'm like, why the fuck they famous? Because they put their work in. Like they wasn't afraid to get on camera. They wasn't afraid to be open. They wasn't afraid to be judged by like people who's on the internet scared to get show their face. Like so me, I used to say I don't want to be seen, not because I was scared to show my face, is because I really don't want to be seen. Like I understand like how fame works. Like I got a taste of that. I don't want that. That's poison to me. Like I'm a person like shit. I'm super private. So me getting on live every day like that, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. Like I'm putting myself out there. Like so, hey, it's been working out lately. I knew it always would work. I just wasn't putting the work in. I just wasn't putting the work in. Now, like, there's no complaint. I have no complaints. Like, there's nothing. Literally, I can. I was the one who was holding myself back. When I was being the procrastinator, it was Kenneth who was holding himself back. A lot of time it be you. Like if you not where you want to be in life, it's because of you. Like I said it before, you got everything you want in. You got everything you have in life now, is because you wanted it at a point in time. So whether you still want it now, it's still your choice. Whether you in that relationship you don't want to be in, whether you in that job you don't want to be in, that environment, like that's on you. Only person that's gonna get you out, it's not gonna be no prayers. It's gonna be you. Like shit. It's not gonna be no handout. I can't count on the lottery. I don't like gambling. But like shit, even though I live in Vegas, like I'm not the type to like go gambling. I may go to the casino soon, like because I've been feeling like the urge to, but I'm not a person who goes and splurges all my money at the casino. Like shit, I like my money to stack and grow. Like I've been the person who spent all my money and didn't have nothing for two. Like knew what was gonna get paid for a month, but my money I would get it in the beginning of the month. It'd be gone the same day, next couple of days. So I have to wait the whole month before I got paid again. Like so, like going through that in my life, going through different stages, like it's taught me different things, like about money, about mindsets, about health, mental, all of that shit. So how you try to stay focused and motivated? I procrastinated like crazy. For me, like it's all it went back to all being mental. Like I said, 30 days straight, I listened to Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret video. That's on YouTube. It's a 32-minute video. I applied that information, and like when it came to YouTube, I went back. I'm like, if I could do that, I forced myself not to listen to rap, forced myself not to watch TV. I forced myself literally to like just pay attention to all positivity for like 30 days. So I'm like, if I can do that for 30 days straight, it's nothing for me to post YouTube videos 30 days straight. If I'm on YouTube already watching videos, liking, commenting, like spending hours on YouTube, not putting actual work in, but just being a consumer, like I'm like, shit, I'm not about to still stay that way. I seen too many people blow up. Like just from being at work, putting in work. So I'm like, I'm not about to keep letting nobody pass me up. If you in the stages of trying to get on YouTube and trying to grow your channel, like I'm the last person you want to compete with. Like for real, I'm the last person like you want to compare yourself to. Like because like if there's nothing holding me back. Like I can literally spend all day posting videos, posting community posts, hopping on live for hours. Like I could be on live for 5 hours straight and like get go to sleep, get back, wake up back up, and get back on live. I got that time. Like so, it's all on me to focus that energy on YouTube. I'm not focused on Facebook. What helped me, my IG getting hacked. Once my IG got hacked and that got took away, I'm like, okay, there's no more distractions. Like, cause Instagram was my biggest distraction, and it wasn't even because I was posting on there. It wasn't even because I was paying too much attention, but that was my biggest platform. But every day the followers was going down because once again those followers came from my older brother. Those was his fans. So I guess they was just unsubscribing me because they forgot who I was. I wasn't in his videos no more. Like if you would search certain videos with my name and CJ So Cool video, like some of those views got 5 million views. Like some of those videos got a million plus views. So like I was used to already getting a taste of YouTube fame off my brother. Like but now like I'm building my own brand and it's not attached to my brother. Like I'm not doing the same content he doing. I got my own fan base. I got my own brand, and it's something like that I'm creating for myself. It ain't nobody else that's talking about positive mind alone. Like, like it's simple as that. Like ain't nobody else talking about what I'm talking about. Like and I've always had that edge. Like but I just chose to focus it on podcasts because I'm like Joe Rogan got 100 million contracts, so I can do that. Like that's whole. I literally thought I was gonna get $100 million or contract off my podcast, and who's to say that won't happen? It will. It just ain't going. It didn't happen when I wanted to happen. Like Instagram for sure brainwashing your thoughts. It really is. All right, we're just checking tonight. Can't stay for long. Got a science final tonight. Hey, much love on that. You definitely gonna pass that test. Only if you studied though. If you if you didn't prepare for this test, I ain't gonna speak no bullshit and say, hey, yeah, you gonna pass. Like, but if you prepared, like if you prepared in life, you don't have to worry about failing. And plus, if you do, it ain't the last test. Like shit. But shout out to Irie for stopping through. But yeah, Instagram definitely had me like tripping. Even though like I was a positive thinking person, like it still had me like focused on like the followers going down every day, and like that was causing like low key like depression. Like every time I would see that, I'm like, damn, why they keep unfollowing me? It's not like I'm posting like weird shit. Like I was just I was posting the same shit I was posting when the shit was going up. Like, but like I said, I understood it was because I wasn't around my brother, and at the end of the day, I was trying to like break away from that, like what I used to be known as. I used to be known as CJ So Cool Little Brother. Like now, people know me for like Positive Minds Only. Like it's a whole new brand. Like, but at first when I moved to Vegas, I was the comedy relief in the videos. I was the one like that was getting the jokes cracked on. Like I was that character. Like I was a character in somebody else's story, and then I woke up and I'm like, oh, I want to be the star of my own show. Like so, I had to create that for myself, for my reality. I look at life as a video game. I look at it as a TV show. Like so, I'm the main character. Like at first, I was cool with being in the shadow of my older brother because that's what I was known as growing up. Like it got me where I wanted in life. Like so, it was a benefit. I benefited from it, but as I got older, I'm like, I'm not. That's not cool no more. Like when you're in the shadow of somebody that's great, like you're not gonna see what they see. You're not gonna experience what they experience. You're gonna just get the crumbs. I was just getting crumbs from my older brother. I'm like, fuck that shit. I want my own shit. I want to be able to, like he. When I first moved to Vegas, my brother like put all his jewelry on me. Like it was one of the proudest. Like even to this day, like still one of my proudest moments that I can like just remember when I moved to Vegas. And that when I went to a concert with him. Like well, we was at Dreads. Like anybody who came to Vegas, you go if you want to go out, go to Dreads. Like but when I first came to Vegas and I went to his mansion. It was called So Cool Land. It was a big ass house. And I'm like, oh my fucking gosh! Like I manifested what I wanted to. Like, cause when I moved to Vegas, like my brother didn't say, "Hey, Kenneth, you can move with me when you move out here." He was like, I don't. He didn't believe I was gonna move out here. Like, cause I was like saying it for a long time. Hey, I'm gonna move, but I was procrastinating. So when I finally moved out here, I stayed with my auntie for a couple of days, and like he was about to go on tour. So he was like, "Hey, I'd rather have my brother in the guest house." So the first day I pulled up to his house, it was me and my wife and my little cousin and my daughter, and that day, like he put all his jewelry on me, and like it's all diamond chains. He put a Rolex on, ring on. Like it made me feel so proud, like because I'm like I kind of manifested this for myself, like just this experience. So he ended up giving me a chain, a golden chain, like a diamond chain, and like I would rock that mug every day. But once I moved out, like 8 months later, it was like I was trying to separate myself from that person who I thought I wanted to become. Like I had achieved that goal, but it wasn't what I wanted. So once I got out of that, I'm like, I don't want to be this person my whole life. I don't want to be known as like just my big brother's little brother. I only got what I got because he got it. Like I didn't want that narrative for my story. So hey, I just it was like the prince leaving the castle and like just going on like just to if you seen 300 and you seen how King Leonidas when he was a child, like he went through so much training and he left the kingdom, then he came back after he had so many experiences, like then he was well respected. Like that's what I seen for myself. So like it was like I left I was already a little prince, but I left and I had to like become a king for myself. So I built that kingdom up now with Positive Minds Only. Like I'm over 10,000 downloads. deep on my podcast already. I'm over 2 million plus views on my YouTube, and it has nothing to do with my older brother. So like now, if I was to talk to my brother, like I'm pretty sure he's seen like one of my videos. That's how much I post. I done posted over 400 videos, shorts, lives, like random other videos in 2.5 months. So I'm pretty sure Positive Mind only popped up on his thing. If he on YouTube, he's seen me like so, like and not just seeing me, like he's heard about me. Like I got people like who follow my podcast, like who grew up from where I went, met my brother in Vegas randomly, told him how I changed their life through my podcast. So like and like he said certain things that got back to me. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know you watch me. I know you don't just see me as your little brother, like who didn't accomplish some shit. Like, but yeah, like I'm big dog too now. Like I'm a king too. But at first I came to Vegas, I was just a little prince. I had manipulative ways. I was mysterious. I was quiet. Like I was shisty. Like that's what I was truly was. I was a shisty nigga. Like, but I evolved to a king now. Like, I'm not that person who I used to be. Like, so, hey, my journey has been wild and crazy and like shit long, but I didn't stay focused. Like, I stayed focused, and like I knew what I wanted in life. I seen what I want. I seen like I wanted to be wealthy. I seen I wanted to be rich. I seen the type of house I wanted to live in. I seen like I drove in the cars I wanted to drive in. Like I experienced things I thought I wanted to experience. Like so, I'm like, okay, now I gotta get all of that for myself. I don't want it just handed to me. I don't. I don't want that narrative. Like so, it ain't little bro. Exactly. It ain't little bro no more. Like I'm truly like not to say like I'm bigger than my big brother because he's still big dog on YouTube as far as subscribers, but as far as being a man, like nah, I'm big dog too. Like shit, my success speak for itself. I don't have to go to him like, hey, I didn't did this, I didn't did that. Like nah, like my shit speak for itself, and I know he know it. Like I know because anybody who listens to me speak, like it does something to them. It triggers them in some type of way. It wakes them up in some type of way. It gives them a different perspective. So anybody who's older, younger, kid, it don't matter what. Like if you heard me speak, I impacted you. I changed you in some type of way. Like you would never forget this experience. The person who hopped in the live and said, hey, this is my first time hopping in your live. I don't even watch people shit, but I'm pretty sure you gonna remember the first time you got on live. Like you besides Soldier Boy. Like and Soldier Boy is big dog. Like shit. Soldier Boy be hanging with my brother. Like so like hey, like I'm in the like I'm up there with the greats. I know like there's famous people who know me. I know there's rappers who know about Positive Minds Only. I know there's actors like A-list actors who know about me because of the connections I've created, like the networking I've done. I know there's NBA players that know me. Like the first person I had on my podcast was a former NBA player, and that conversation, that relationship was built off like just natural shit. Like so, like what I've created for myself, like it started because I was mad at my brother, and I was like, "Fuck YouTube! I don't want to be no YouTuber. I'm not walking in nobody's shadow. I want to create this shit for myself. It's all about Positive Minds Only. It's all about the podcast. Now, like 4 years later, 3 years later, I'm not still saying fuck my brother. Like but it's still all about Positive Minds Only. And now I've gained like shit over 7,000 subscribers in 2.5 months. I didn't gain over 2 million plus views in less than 30 days. In the last 30 days, so like you any. It's not a coincidence you're in this live. It's not a coincidence you see me. Like I'm pretty sure this ain't the first time you seen my video. You probably the first time you in the live, but it's not the first time you seeing Positive Minds Only. And like I said, it ain't the last time because I'm in full hustle mode. I'm in full grind mode. All the time, extra time I got, guess what it's focused towards? It's focused towards the YouTube. So having that information and knowing, like I said, knowing who I am, like standing firm in my beliefs, not wavering or not wavering, not lying about nothing, like not having no type of fear. Like it's built me up into this person. This is not just the character. Like this the real deal. I know I'm the real deal. Like I know, like shit, it ain't too many people on my level. It ain't, at least as far as positive thinking. I don't care what you got in your bank account, cause you could be $0 in debt, in the negatives, and you could be smart, you could be intelligent, you could be a genius. It's not about that, but like for me, I like shit. I'm focused on that right now, like so, and that's gonna be my focus until I exit out this mug. Like the chosen one, like exact, like bro, I don't have to like that my light cut off soon as I said that. That's just a sign from the universe saying, "Yep, he the chosen one." And now I don't have to tell nobody. I don't. Low key, growing up as a kid, middle child, I always knew I was the golden child. I always knew I was the chosen one, but I never said it. That's why I said I didn't want to be famous, because what happens to the chosen ones when you get to super famous? Name every chosen one that you know what happened to them. They got assassinated. But that's, I'm not afraid to get assassinated, because I know like death is only the next step. You can't avoid this shit. Yeah, most people want to live a long life, but that everybody ain't gonna live no long life. Everybody not gonna die in they sleep. Everybody not gonna like fucking like die peacefully. Like so, some people gonna get took out. Some people gonna die from diseases. Some people gonna die peacefully. Like so, shit. My whole thing is to spend this time while I'm alive, focusing on what, focusing on Ken, like doing what I know is right, going, doing what I feel is right, like not holding back, not lying, not shying away from the light. Like even though I don't want to be famous, I'm not shying away from like shining my light. Like I'm not dimming my light for nobody. Like so, stay humble, of course, like shit. And but it's not even about staying humble. I realized that because I've been humble my whole life. Like literally, when I didn't say nothing, when I knew I was the chosen one, and I just was quiet, didn't open my mouth for nothing, but I had a lot of wisdom and a lot of experiences. That was because I was being humble. Like I wanted people to see me as a humble person. Now I'm like, I don't need to be humble no more. Like that didn't really get me to where what I wanted. It's about staying grounded, but it's all about having the confidence and knowing like who the fuck you are. Like I know who I am. I'm not about to like shy away from, like I know I'm big dog. And like, and it's not to say anybody else is little dog. Y'all, you ain't nobody. But I just know who I am. Like I'm confident. It ain't not. There's nothing cocky about me. I just like, I'm a man, like, and like shit, that divine feminine energy, I fuck with that heavy, like so. Most people, like I said, to most men, they too masculine. They don't care about spirituality. They don't care about like astrology. They don't care about numerology. They don't care about history. That's not me. That's who I am. I read books. You see behind me, I got a bunch of books that I read. My kids got books. Like I got audio books. I got like ebooks. Like I read. Like I'm a like literally I read every day. Whether it's article, whether it's a book, whether it's listening to a book. YouTube got a bunch of books. Like so when I stopped listening to rap, that I was listening to like self help books. I was listening to Think and Grow Rich. I was reading Earl Nightingale's The Stranger's Secret. Like it's multiple books. It's a book called what is it? Damn, I forgot. But it's a book by Napoleon Hill, and like it's a powerful book. Like so, it's different books like I've read over time, like that stuck with me, and like I reread those books. Like The Alchemist is a book I love. The Celestine Prophecy is a book that I reread, re-listen to. Like 50 Cent works, hustle smarter, hustle not harder. Like that's a great book that I reread a few times. 48 Laws of Power. I don't know how many times I've read that book. Like so, I read. I'm a reader. Like, and I'm not a person who focus on like author. Like, oh no, they gotta be a black author. I want to read some black. book. I want to read about slavery. None of that shit. Like nigga, I'm gonna be reading about some Atlanta shit, like Atlantis. What happened in 20,000 years ago when they say Earth? When religious people say Earth was born around 2000, like started around 2,000 years ago. But they, of course, they don't believe that dinosaurs was here. But I understand like civilizations. Like I study history, so I know about Atlantis. Most people think that's a fake place. That's a real place. I know about ancient Egypt. I know about ancient Rome, ancient Greece. I've studied all of these mythologies. Like Greek mythology, I know it. Roman mythology, I know it. Egyptian mythology, I know it. Chinese mythology, like I'm aware of it. Like so, most people they stop studying, they stop learning once they graduate from school. But I'm a student. Like I'm a student of life. So I didn't. Once I said I wasn't gonna work for nobody else in 2018, 2019, my focus has been on like just spending my time wisely, like not wasting my time. Like so, every day, like I'm trying to learn something new. Every day, I'm trying to grow and evolve. I'm not trying to be in the same situation I am today next year. Like if I'm in the same predicament I am in right now, next year, like there's something wrong. If I'm still thinking like I think today, next year something is wrong. If I haven't evolved my level of thinking, if I haven't changed my perspective on something, like then I'm wrong. Like, but I know that ain't the case. Like, I'm not a stagnant person. Like, I truly walk my path, and it's a real marathon to the day I die. That everybody that's on this live, everybody that's alive now, is on a marathon, and most people they still at the beginning. Most or they stopped long time ago. With me, I'm still running. I'm still running my race. Like, and it's a bunch of people that's on the sideline cheering for me. It's a bunch of people that's hating, want me to fail. But I ain't focused on them. I'm not focused on nobody but what Kenneth is doing. Like, I'm walking a tightrope. If you ever seen a video of a person walking a tightrope, do they focus on the cameras? Do they focus on the people behind them? Do they focus on the people under them? No. And most of the time, a person who's walking a tightrope, the world thinks this person is crazy. No matter how talented they are, no matter how much trained they are, the world still thinks you're insane for walking this tightrope. Like, so I look at my life as like walking a tightrope, like, cause I'm not, once again, I'm not focused on nobody behind me, under me. Like, I'm focused on like the goal, getting to the other end of that building, keeping it balanced. So most people gonna talk about me. Most people gonna say, "Hey, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't. You should try to stay safe. You should try to live a comfortable life, live a normal life. Why would you chase your dream? Why would you chase billions of dollars when how many black billionaires do you know of? Like it's not that many. So for me not to rap, for me not to be no actor, like for me not like I'm not a musician, like but to know like I'ma still get there and then I don't care how long it takes. Like yeah, y'all just see in the beginning. This is still a few years in is building my brand. Like I know Positive Minds Only is $1 billion company. I know it's $1 billion brand. All I gotta do is work on it, build it up, develop, like keep developing different skills, keep hiring new more people, like to help me run it. Like, but right now, like I said, we still in the beginning stages, and I'm not gonna stop. Like, no matter what you hear about me, no matter what somebody say about me, as big as I get, like I'm not about to change what I got going on because the world thinks negative of me. The world don't like me. When I first woke up, when I went on my spiritual awakening, all my friends doubt, like they were like, "This nigga crazy. What the fuck?" They stopped paying attention to me. My family turned on me. Like so, like I've already been through that stage. Like I've already got famous and fell off like considered to the world, but I ain't really fall off. Like I just went my own way. But to the outside looking in, most people thought I fell off because I wasn't in my brother videos. But like I said, now I re-emerged on YouTube, and like I'm growing fast. Like and my channel is like it's growing. Like I didn't expect it to pop off like this, but I know this ain't even like we ain't even at the tip of the iceberg. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg, and you know how deep that go. Like so, and just as deep as the iceberg, I'm just that deep in the mindset. Like that's just how deep I think. I'm not no shallow person. There's nothing shallow about me, and I'm gonna say what's on my mind. Like I'm gonna tell you what what I think, because that's what this world is about. That's what the internet is about. Most re- regular ass people are super rich because they just told their opinions on YouTube. So they got the time. I got the time. I know I'm gonna live a long life. Like I'm not no gang member. I'm not in no streets. Like I rarely leave out my house. Like and I'm a very healthy person. So even if I do get sick, that sickness ain't gonna stop me from posting on YouTube. Like and I know, shit, I'm gonna live a long life. Like so until it's time for me to exit out this mug, what I gotta do, I gotta stay focused. I gotta stay focused. But most people can't stay focused. Most people don't want to be focused. I ain't gonna judge nobody. Cause you can't. Cause we all was sleep at a point in time. We all had to wake. Like we all gotta wake up one day. Like it don't matter. Like shit, it's still some waking up I gotta do. If you watch The Matrix, you know there's no escaping the Matrix. Like shit, no matter how deep of a thinker I am, no matter how much I think outside the box, gotta stay high. I just kidding. Like shit, I think these thoughts when I ain't high. When I smoke, it just helps me like speak them out. Like I'm able to speak more clearly when I smoke. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but it makes me talk more. Usually I'm very quiet. I just got these thoughts in my head, but that weed helps me like get my point across. Like shit, and I got a lot of it. So I thank goodness Nevada is a weed friendly state. Like we got recreational weed, we got medicinal weed. I'm a veteran. I got PTSD. Like so shit. Like my shit is prescribed. I got medical weed, so I know I don't want no weed that's just gonna have me slumped, sitting down, trying to sleep, trying to eat everything in the refrigerator. My shit is kush, like so it got me thinking, like got me being creative, like so. Hell yeah, that change your perspective. Ooh, weed has given me so many perspectives. Like that's why I write all my notes, my thoughts down. Most people just think a thought and they forget about it. Like me, nah, I got a story that like, cause I be thinking of some profound stuff like so, and I understand like my mind is a machine, so that machine could create whatever I wanted, like any idea like or anything I want to do. Like I know like my mind can create that shit. Like I can have it. Like it's weird. Like I said earlier, my life is pretty magical. Like it's pretty fucking magical. I'm a lucky person. The stars just align for me. Like my birthday is March 14th. That's the same birthday as Steph Curry. It's the same birthday as Albert Einstein. Like them, it's the same birthday as what's the producer name? He like hey he's still living. I forgot his name, but he produced Thriller. Like me and him got the same birthday, so I know my life is just aligned for me. Like I know I'm a chosen one. Like, but I don't like telling people that. Like I don't like spreading that information. 'Cause, like once again, I don't care about being seen. I'm only being on YouTube because hey, they paying, and I need another stream of income. Like I know how much it pays, so gotta put that work in. Gotta put the focus in. Gotta stay focused. That's what it's about. Staying focused. Like I can't. I got 6 kids in my house. Those kids are distracted sometimes. Like they can be a distraction. So knowing that, like I can't even let my kids distract me. Like I gotta be strict. I gotta let them know. Like shit, if y'all want this lifestyle, if y'all want a fun childhood, if you want to remember going to Disney World, you want to stand at, if you want to remember staying at nice hotels, eating at different restaurants, well, that shit costs. Like so, I gotta put work in. So even though Daddy is at home, y'all get to see me all day. Like when it's time, when I close that door and I hop on this live, y'all know Daddy working. Like so, hey, I'm just like I said, still in the beginning stages of building my YouTube channel up, but like I'm like 4 years in as far as my brand. And like I said, I'm living a long life. I don't plan on selling Positive Minds Only no time soon. I do plan on selling them because it's a company. I don't want to run this my whole life. I don't want to just be promoting this my whole life. This is just a stage I'm going through. Like so, and I always think positive. So that always keeps me thinking positive. Like every time I say the term or the name Positive Minds Only, like I know I gotta stand on that. I know I can't just be caught up slipping, like thinking negative, manifesting some negativity in my life. Like so, my life is pretty smooth. Like it comes with its ups and its downs, but that's being in the military. I know you gotta go through that obstacle course. I know you gotta go through some shit. Shit ain't gonna always be cool. Like so, I'm built for it. You could be built for it. You could build yourself up for it. In 2017, I was nothing like I was in 2018. 2018, I was nothing like I was in 2019, and so far on. So, as I continue to grow, as I continue to evolve, I'll read more books, I'll experience more new experiences, and I'll have like way more different perspectives. Like, and that comes with just growing up and just living life off the bat. Most people don't realize, even though you probably hate your life, you can learn from what you're going through, and that can like truly turn into like some diamonds. Like if you in a rough right now, you in the gutter right now, if you feel like shit ain't working out in your favor right now, you got the ability to turn it around. Your mind will work for you. It was a book. It was a story by Earl Nightingale called Acres of Diamonds, and one of my favorite stories. And it talks about this man who owned a farm. He was in South he was a South African man who owned a farm. He heard about this is around in the 1800s. He heard about a diamond, and he never seen a diamond in his life, but he heard about this diamond and how if you found just one, you would never have to work another day in your life. You would never have like it could change your life. So he ended up selling his farm, selling everything he had, and for the rest of his life he went in search for diamonds, which he never found. So in the end he sells the rest of everything he got, and then he just commits suicide. Not knowing the person he sold that farm to went out farming one day and found this nice sized diamond. And once again, he didn't know what it was, so he just set it on like the counter in the house. And one day, a man shows up and like, "Bruh, do you know what you got right here?" He like, "Nah, I don't, but I got a bunch of them in his field, in his farm." So the story is like most people don't mind their own mind, so they go for something on the outside, like trying to search for something on the outside, not knowing like, bro, you got everything you need to get some millions, get some billions, to create whatever the lifestyle you want to create. You have it, your mind, your brain. But most people are programmed. Like we all programmed. Like me, I just program myself to think this way, to be this way, to talk this way. Like, and it's not no facade. Like, there's nothing fake about me. There's nothing like funny about me. Like, even though I can say some funny shit, tell some funny stories, like everything is within Mount Everest for sure. Like you completed the word I was about to say. Everything is with inside you. Whether it's God, whether it's the devil, whether it's like power, love, like everything that come to us free, we don't value it. Nobody truly values their soul. Nobody truly values their spirit. Nobody truly values love. Nobody truly values their mind. But the things we do value are pretty cheap and could be replaced with just it could be replaced. Whether that's money, jewelry, cars, clothes, shoes, all of that shit that we put so much value on could be replaced. But the things that come to us free, like we don't even care about it. Like shit, people don't understand how powerful your mind is. I do. Like so, what do that mean for me? Put people on, like give people their information, give people the knowledge. If you say you got this game, if you quote unquote call yourself a chosen one, then hey, get somebody else on, wake somebody else up. Like, cause I ain't the only chosen one. Like I know, like it's the what it says 144,000. That's what the Bible said. I'm not a religious person, but that number still does pop up spiritually. Like it's 144,000 like chosen ones. But me knowing like shit, I may be one of those 144,000. Like it's my job to wake up other people. It's not my job to force you to wake up. But if you click on this live, it was your choice. It wasn't because it was forced upon you to do that. If you're still sitting here hours later after like you could have been clicked off, you could have been left. Like that's your choice. Like so, and I know everything happens for a reason. Everything happens within divine timing. Even though I thought I should have blew up, had millions of subscribers in 2017, like that shit didn't work out how I wanted to work. Like so, shout out to Tasha. You missed it yesterday, but I seen you like watch the later version. So shout out to Tasha. She also like Irie, who shows up every day faithfully strong. Like so, definitely 2 hours strong. And like in 3 minutes, my phone is gonna like I forgot what it says, but at 10 o'clock my phone cuts off. Like so, all the apps shut down. Like I can't click on it, or if I have to extend the time. So like yesterday when that happened, like it muted my phone. So that's about to happen in 3 minutes, and I don't know if it's gonna mute my phone, but we gonna see. So if it does mute my phone, then I'ma just hop up off the live. But if it don't, if y'all still hear me, then I'm gonna continue to go a few longer. So it's all about just the signs. Try to support as much as I can. I already watched this one. You don't even gotta rewatch. Like like I get satisfaction in just knowing like you just support. Like the support is all I need. Knowing like Kenneth, what you're doing is not in vain. Like the thoughts you haven't, other people is thinking those thoughts too. They just haven't found a way to speak those thoughts, like or found a way to found their path yet. Like but you on the right path. Like and me knowing I'm on the right path. Like shit, I'm not letting nothing or nobody stop me. Like so, I create the good. I create the bad in my life. Ain't it weird how the world is designed with many personalities? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I know I have a bunch of different personalities within myself because I have a bunch of different perspectives. I hear a bunch of different things. Like thoughts travel. Like most people think, hey, you think for yourself, but you really don't. It's like the Matrix. It's like the Matrix. That's what I said. Like, I don't know why when I seen you say it's like the Matrix, I seen it's like the Matrix remix. I don't know why I seen that shit, but I do need glasses. I'm supposed to have on glasses, like, but I be like avoiding that shit. I've been avoiding that shit for years, and every time I buy glasses, my daughter breaks them. So, alright, fuck it. Like everyone has two sides. I'm a Pisces, so if you know about Pisces, it's the two fish, yin and yang. Like so, you can't have one without the other. So my personality is like you got Mr. Perfect, and then you got Kenneth. Like, and then I probably got another personality too. So it's a bunch of me's. Why do Gemini's get shit for having two sides when everyone does? Cause it's easier to like blame someone. It's easier to point somebody else's flaws out than to point your own flaws. Everybody talks to themselves, but yet if I was to say that out loud, hey, I talk to myself. People like, hey, that's crazy. Knowing damn well you talk to yourself too. Like, it's not trendy. Like, I'm not a trendy person, so shit, I don't give a fuck what they got going on. And it's Tasha and the others.